Hey, everybody, happy St. Patrick's Day. This is Dan Meister, your travel coach with Top Group Travel. So hope everybody's doing fantastic and getting ready for a great virtual or small gathering for St. Patrick's Day. Now, today we're coming virtually from the Cliffs of Moher in Western Ireland. But next year, hoping we will be able to be in Ireland for 1 week. We have a fantastic group trip we put together called Celebrate St. Patrick's Day the Irish Way. And it's 1 week in Ireland over St. Patrick's Week. If you've not been to Ireland before, or you've been before, but you haven't been for St. Patrick's, we hope you can join us. We still have a few spots left. So we're going to come in and we'll hit the best of Ireland. We go down to Waterford. Then we go to the Blarney Castle in Kerry. We'll go see the Ring of Kerry. We go up to the Cliffs of Moher. We'll be in Killarney. From Cliffs of Moher, we go through the Biren, very famous area there. Then we go up to Galway Bay, with famous for its oysters and musical pubs. We'll go see the fairy tale castle mansion of Kylemore Abbey. And then we come in for 3 wonderful days in Dublin to celebrate the Irish and their magical music and hospitality for the St. Patrick's Day Festival, the giant parade, the music, the Temple Bar area in Dublin. And then the next day we'll do some touring. We'll all meet over at the Guinness Brewery. And then we have a wonderful last night of Irish music and dance. So that's up above. I saw that you can join us. The dates on that are March 12th and 19th. Check on our webpage for that. Next year, too, is we're going to do all these epic trips in one, since we've been staying home for a year. We'll be in Oktoberfest. If that's been on your bucket list, we'll be there in September of 2022. That's going to be posted in just a few on our webpage. We'll have a cruise and then 2 days in Munich enjoying the big beer fest. We'll also have some just regular trips to Oktoberfest. And then our Alaska cruise that was canceled this year, we're going to redo it in July of next year. So things for you on that. So a couple things I want to get to is, first of all, an Irish blessing. May you live as long as you want and never want as long as you live. Great news, everybody. This is the main thing I want to talk about. The Biden administration has just came on and said that every adult in America will have opportunity to get a shot in May 1st. I encourage you to get your shots. That opens up travel for you. Immediately, it opens up travel, gatherings, concerts, sporting events, all kinds of things. We can share the air if you're vaccinated. So this is fantastic news. So hopefully this summer, we can all start traveling. We're going to talk about where you can go, what type of travel you can enjoy with your family, by yourself. Lots of things are starting to open up. So for this summer, I want you to think about international travel. Though to Canada is still locked down. International travel to Europe is still locked down. Hopefully we're going to have the Olympics in Japan. I'm not sure it's going to be a global in-person audience there. Probably a lot of Asians and just local Japanese. I'm not sure it's going to be wide open, but hopefully it will be. But this summer, travel things, opportunities for you to think about. Domestic travel is going to be wide open. If you've never been to Hawaii, this could be your year to go to Hawaii. Go visit the 5 islands and 3 islands out there. It is absolutely fantastic. They've lowered the restrictions to get into Hawaii. They're ready to greet you out there. The hospitality, the hotel workers, go support domestically our hospitality, our hotel workers, our restaurants in all different locations in the U.S. So Hawaii's a great opportunity if you haven't been to what that exotic island feel. Another one is Alaska. Now, we're not going to be cruising to Alaska this year, probably not on the table. I'll talk about cruises in a moment, but you could fly into Anchorage, rent a car, go on a tour up to Denali National Park, up to Fairbanks, some unbelievable hiking on there. If you want to get on some of the local harbor day cruises, go down the coastline down to Whittier or Seward and go see some of the beautiful glaciers down there. So that's an opportunity for you if you want to social distance and just see some magnificent landscapes. Now, cruising, we get a lot of calls about cruising. Cruising, here's what's happening. Right now, the cruise lines are suspended until the end of May, end of June. Now, what's really happening there? Well, it's the CDC has not given approval for cruise lines to sail. They've not given their technical guidelines. And once they give approval, the cruise lines are going to have to do a series of, first of all, they'll have to get the ships recrewed, retrained, and then they have to complete some practice cruises, okay? So that's going to take 90 days from when they get approval. So right now, cruising is not happening until the end of May, maybe the end of June. Realistically, maybe the end of the summer, maybe early fall, you'll start to see cruises. The beginning cruises will be short cruises, 3-4 nights, maybe up to 7 nights, mainly in the Caribbean. Because think about this, when you go cruising, you need to have ports to go to. Well, not all these ports are open. The U.S., we're vaccinating people left and right. We're the leaders of that, but not these other countries. You know, where you're going in Mexico, maybe some of these Caribbean islands, Aruba, Grand Cayman, Puerto Rico's on there, St. Martin, these are Tortola, Bahamas, these are popular cruise destinations. They're not wide open for us yet. So cruising is going to take some time. So if you have a cruise already booked for this summer, be wary on it. Contact your travel agent, contact the cruise line. Good chance it could get canceled, especially if it's Alaska. If it's a European cruise, great chance it's going to get canceled. If you want to book a future cruise, okay, use your future cruise credit. My advice, book to 2022, 2023. Just book it out there. And that way you'll have more of a normal cruise experience in 2022, hopefully, and for sure in 2023. If you have a cruise already, if you want to go cruising at the end of this year, I probably would not book that till this summer to see what happens. So for myself, I have a Virgin Voyage that I'm hoping to be on. That's a brand new cruise line. It's adults only. I'm hoping to be on that this fall. And then my wife and I, we've never been on a Christmas market cruise. That's where you're on the river cruise up in Europe, either on the Rhine or Danube. You'll go through the heart of Germany and in cities like Vienna, Austria, and Prague, and Budapest. And they have wonderful, wonderful historic Christmas markets there, right on the river, close by where you can walk into town. So drink some of the glühwein, shop some of the beautiful decorations out there, bring some things back, and just have a wonderful, quaint, historical time over in Europe. So we're planning to do that, but I'm not going to book that right now until the summer, until I know that that's going on. Okay, so other places that you guys for this summer can think about. Why don't you think about national parks? Yellowstone, Grand Canyon, Acadia National Park up in Maine, Blue Ridge Parkway, the Smoky Mountain National Park. These are incredible places to go see. Mount Rushmore, if you've not been there, put that on your list to see this year and go on out. There's some great trips that you can go out and see that. Now, I also want you to think about going to some of these cities in the summer. They need our help. New York and Boston and DC, they have beautiful museums and culture up in there, and they have beautiful plays and concerts. Hopefully these will be operating this summer, things that we couldn't do before. You can go to some festivals. There's great festivals all around the US. Plan on seeing some of these festivals with your family. Get out, enjoy it. Concerts, sporting events. Hopefully we'll have baseball in person. If you ever want to go to see a game in Red Sox at Wrigley Field, this could be the year to do that. Go out in there and combine that trip up to the Cape Cod, maybe go to the Martha's Vineyard, maybe go up to Maine if you've never been up there. The Maine coastline's gorgeous. Wrigley Field in Chicago, another classic baseball field. That could be another great trip. Go to Chicago when you're there, go to the Shed Museum downtown, take the boat, Wendella boat, go see the beautiful sites, the architectural city tour around all the beautiful tall buildings. From there, go up into Wisconsin. The Wisconsin Dells are a very popular area. So lots to see. You're close to Michigan, lots of things you combine with, but go out and plan a trip. When you plan a trip, when you get something on, put a little hope on the calendar, you will feel instantly better. Now, let's talk about international trips you could do. So the Caribbean is open. Mexico is open, both sides of Mexico, east and west. If you've not been to an all-inclusive resort, consider that. All-inclusive resorts where all your accommodations, beverages, meals, a lot of activities are all included. They're fantastic. Some of these are 5-star. They're very elite with multiple restaurants. Fantastic areas to go. If you Mexico, I think is one of the best family destinations with all-inclusive resorts, because when you're there, not only do you have the great beaches, but you have some really interesting theme parks that are Mayan theme parks. And I'm talking about going down to the Cancun area and Maya Riviera area. Cancun is on the east coast of Mexico. It's an easy direct flight from Houston and Dallas and Atlanta and Miami and even Chicago. And once you're down there, they have pyramids. They have the Mayan pyramids in Chichen Itza, they have Mayan ruins in Tulum. They're wonderful to see. You don't see that here in the US. Where else can you go see pyramids in North America? They also have wonderful theme parks, Zelha and Ishkaret, that are just fantastic. You can go skin diving and scuba diving in these sea notes and do all kinds of adventure trips down there. So that's a great area to go do. You can go down the Caribbean and some of the other islands and do some all-inclusives. Costa Rica has some new all-inclusive resorts, and that's an adventure area with volcanoes and rivers and rafting and zip lines. So lots of fun down there. Other exotic areas that are open this summer for your Galapagos Island. If you ever want to go see some of the Galapagos Islands, the tortoises, the iguanas, see where Darwin got his theory of evolution, the Galapagos Islands are also open. Now, you may not do a cruise, you may have to do a land package out there, but they're open right now. A couple other exotic areas that are open. Europe is not open right now, okay? Hopefully it'll be open by the end of the year, but things that are open right now, you could go to Greece, you can go to Croatia, go do Greek islands, take the ferries around there, that would be fun. You could go to Egypt if you've never been on the Nile River. Go see the antiquities of ancient Egypt, the pyramids of Giza. King Tut's Museum in Cairo is unbelievable. Sail down the Nile River, go down to Luxor and Karnak, see the Valley of the Kings. The history, the culture that was going on there is fantastic. You could combine that with a trip to Israel. Israel's pretty much vaccinated, so they should be open this summer. It's hot there in the summer, so I'd almost put these trip to Egypt or Israel off to the fall, but we could get that booked for you. There's something to look forward to. Israel, the home of pretty much every major religion in the world, Christianity, Muslim, and the Jewish faith, and it's very fascinating, very safe over there right now. And then you can even combine a trip to Jordan and go see the ancient city of Petra. So lots of things to think about that maybe you hadn't thought about before that you could go visit on there. Well, Canada's closed and Europe is closed. I want you to think about some other destinations there. So I plan on traveling. I hope you do too. And I hope you can join us on some of these trips to next year. So think about this in the interim. I want you to get your shots, get vaccinated. That's instantly going to give you freedom to travel, because some of the cruise lines will demand, and some of the tour operators are going to be having requirements for you to get vaccinated. Now, we don't know everything right now because it's still work in progress, but as things move forward, vaccinations will be a big part of traveling safety. Speaking of travel safely, on our webpage at topgrouptravel.com, I want you to go to there and I want you to pull up the menu that says Travel with Confidence. If you go on there and you register, we will send you a 50-page guide on how to travel confidently and safely for 2021, 2022. It shows you where you how to travel during COVID. You'll have checklists of where to travel, how to navigate an airport, how to get into a taxi, how to go to a concert or event, how to rent a car and be safe, how to check in your hotel, all kinds of scenarios for you to review and have handy with you so you can safely navigate travel. So it's topgrouptravel.com. Go there and then click on the menu item that says Travel Confidently. Just register. We'll send that to you right away. It is a great guide. I use it all the time. So friends, that's about all I have for you right now. I want you to consider booking a trip anywhere. Once you book a trip, you're going to instantaneously feel great. Whether it's a theme park, a trip to the local zoo, maybe to the next city, stay overnight. Support your U.S. hospitality, restaurant, hotel workers. They will appreciate it. Keep the money here circulating around. If you're working, take care of our neighbors and friends and give them a boost. So thank you for your consideration. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. Until next time, get your shots, get vaccinated, be safe, and think about travel.